All right, we've covered the throat lock in one class. We covered the abdominal lock in another class. Hopefully you've seen those. This class, we're covering Mula Bandha, the root lock. So come on, let's get on the mat. Welcome to Inspired Vinyasa. My name is Sandra. Take a comfortable seat, close your eyes, and let go. We're going to take a deep inhale through the nose, cleansing exhale through the mouth. And then inhale the arms up, bring the palms together, and release them home to your heart in prayer pose. So pausing here, we're going to set an intention for our practice. And then when you're ready, release the hands. We're going to take that right forearm to the right knee. Still lengthen through the spine. Inhale that left arm up and just let that arm kind of reach overhead. So this class is kind of part 3 in covering the bandhas. Remember, that's a Sanskrit word that means lock. And so we did a class with the throat bandha. We did the abdominal lock, right, Uddiyana. And today is Mula Bandha. Mula Bandha. And so Mula Bandha is all about the root chakra and about not allowing energy to escape. So we don't want energy moving downward. We want that prana and energy lifting upward. And so we'll figure out how to do that. Go ahead, come back to center. Let's switch sides. So hopefully you've done the other 2 classes first. If you'll recall, in the throat lock, we really could only work on that while we were in a seated kind of meditational position. And then Uddiyana Bandha, we did in some standing poses. We also did it seated as well. So Mula Bandha, we can do it seated, but we can also incorporate it into a couple poses, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. Go ahead, come back to center. Let's take a twist here. Left arm is going to the right, right hand behind you, sit up tall, take that twist. And so why on earth do we need these locks anyway? The locks are all about the energy. It is about keeping the energy from leaving your body, essentially. So we're trapping it at the root chakra as well as at the throat. And then the abdominal lock helps push the energy upward too, kind of in line with Kundalini. And so it is an important facet of your practice. It's not necessarily super easy to do or remember, but at least we know of it then, right? Go ahead, release. Let's go to the other side. And then what we'll do in a 4th class is Maha Bandha, which is incorporating all 3 of them at the same time, just for some fun and excitement. All right, come back to center. I think we'll warm up first before we get into Mula Bandha. So pop on over into table. Let's tuck the toes and find downward facing dog and walk it out. And then go ahead and round your way forward into plank. Hold it right there. Back to downward facing dog. Round it forward into plank. Downward facing dog. Come on forward into plank. Chaturanga this time. Into cobra. Let's hold cobra. Let's just kind of warm up. So let's let cobra kind of teeter up and down a little bit. Just kind of seeing where the back is this morning. And And then next time you come up, we're at whatever height that's at. Let's hold that for a second. Shoulders are down. Big inhale. Exhale, melt the heart back to the earth. Release the hands. Take them behind you into Yoga Mudra. And let's lift the upper body into half locust. Take a couple of deep breaths. When you get to an exhale, you'll relax down, forehead to the mat. Stay for a breath. Inhale back up, and this time let's add the leg, so full locust. Really want you deepening that breath, in and out through the nose. And so Mula Bandha does have a connection with the breath. We want to try to hold the lock physically, but we want to allow the breath to continue. And so you might want to switch to Ujjayi when you feel comfortable, just really making that connection. Go ahead, exhale, come on down, release the arms. And then plant the hands. Let's push our way straight up into cat pose. We're just going to hold it here. So we just want to counter the back bend of cobra. Inhale, cow, tuck the toes. Exhale, dog. Right foot is coming forward. Let's set that back knee down and find Anjanasana. We're going to interlace the fingers, take the hands behind the head, and just kind of lean back. You can imagine you're looking up at some beautiful clouds, bright blue sky. And then as I release my hands, my left hand's coming down inside that right foot. I'm going to open up that right shoulder by taking the arm up to the ceiling. So you might want to sink the hips a little bit more and see if you can rotate that top shoulder back. So we're adding a little twist here. Perfect. Now really feel your bearing in that right foot. Draw the stomach in. We're pulling that left arm up, so it's reaching in front of you, right arm's reaching behind. Now, left arm is coming down on the outside of the right leg. Take the right arm around behind your low back. So a little twist here. Sink the hips, pull that right shoulder back. Deepen the breath. On an exhale, go ahead and release this. Hands to the earth. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift that leg, and we're kicking off into supported warrior C. So as I kick off, I want to move my hands forward. So find your balance, straighten out that right leg. Perfect. Big inhale. Loud sigh. And then I'm going to set that left foot down right next to the right one. Soften into a fold. Take your time. Come on up into monkey, halfway. Exhale it down, bend into the knees, step back to plank. Hold plank. Downward facing dog. Come forward into plank. Downward facing dog. One more. Left foot stepping forward, drop the right knee, untuck the right foot, arms up. And then interlace the fingers, take the hands behind the head again. Just gently tipping back. When you're ready to release the arms, right hand down inside the left foot. And then we're taking that left arm up. Remember, we're going to drop the hips, add a twist, a rotation here, pull that left shoulder back. And then find your balance. Pull the stomach in, lift up, right arm's forward, left arm is behind you. When you're ready to release, the right hand is coming down on the outside of the left leg. Left arm behind you, pull that shoulder back. Perfect. Release the arms. Set them back down. Tuck the back foot, lift it up, step back to plank. Chaturanga. Into cobra. Downward facing dog. Give me a couple strong breaths. And then take that left foot forward between the hands. We're kicking off supportive warrior C. So the hands move forward. And then set the right foot down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale it down. Bend into the knees. Go ahead, sit down on your mat. And let's figure out what this Mula Bandha is all about. All right, close your eyes for a moment. Take your focus to your sit bones, the feeling of being grounded with the earth. Now lengthen up through the spine. So as you feel the top of your head rise, so we want to hold that length. All right, so the best way, easiest way I can describe this to you is you are stuck on the highway in a dead stop traffic jam, and you just drank a super large Coke, and you really have to go to the bathroom, and you are holding. That is Mula Bandha. So imagine that you are trying not to pee in your car, and find those muscles. Some instructors say lift the pelvic floor, squeeze those muscles. Keep squeezing. Try not to hold your breath. So this isn't super easy. Keep squeezing and then relax. So what we're going to try to do is hold that lock and focus on the pranayama. But let's get the lock down first. All right. Inhale, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, you're still squeezing. Inhale. Still squeezing. Exhale and relax. Okay, we're doing it again. Inhale, squeeze. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing. You're stopping the energy from escaping through the root chakra. Relax. And then, like I said, in our next class, we'll incorporate all 3 locks. All right, give me one more. Squeeze, breathe. You can switch to Ujjayi if you want to. Remember, if you're not familiar with Ujjayi breathing, the quickest way I can tell you is to inhale and exhale through the nose. You can relax, by the way. And imagine when you exhale, you're trying to fog up glasses. So you're going, except you have the mouth closed. So you're saying ha with the lips shut, and that will send the breath constricting into the back of the throat, and you'll get the idea of our Ujjayi, our ocean breath, or our victory breath. All right, so we'll try to incorporate Mula Bandha in a couple poses. Pop on over into table. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to table, tuck the toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. We're going to take that right foot forward, back leg is following, forward fold. And then let's roll the way up. Relax the shoulders down. And then just gently sit down into chair Utkatasana. Nice peaceful chair, except here we're going to try to incorporate Mula Bandha. So let's take the hands to the heart. Look down for a moment. I want you to make sure you can see the tips of your toes. If you can't, your knees are too far forward. You need to pull them back just a tad. All right. When you're ready and you inhale, squeeze, lifting, hold it. Do not hold the breath. Squeeze. You're breathing, you're breathing, you're breathing. Relax Mula Bandha. Stand up, take the arms up. Bring the arms down alongside you. Sit down into chair. Take the arms up this time. When you're ready to inhale, contract Mula Bandha. On your exhale, relax, stand up. Release the arms. You got it. One more. Sit down into chair, arms up. And squeeze. Relax, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. And let it go. We're taking that left leg all the way back. We're going to find lizard here, so move that right foot to the edge of the mat. And then you guys know you have so many options in lizard, right? You can hang out right here. You can set that back knee down if you want to. You can untuck the back foot. You can let the right knee fall open. You can come onto your forearms. You can come lower. You decide what is good for you. Okay, so find that space. And just close your eyes and let go. And then let's come back up into the hands. If you were already there, all good. So I'm on the outer edge of my right foot. My knee has fallen open. I'm going to take my right hand to rest inside that right knee. And I'm just rotating my shoulders around to the right. So right shoulder pulls back, left shoulder moves forward. We're just adding a twist here. You're probably going to be able to drop a little deeper into that left hip. If you want to, you could take that right arm, reach it straight out behind you. Give me a couple deep breaths. And then come back to where we were. And we're just pulling ourselves right back into table. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to cow, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Right foot is stepping forward. Drop that back knee, Anjaneyasana. So see if you can sink a little lower. Maybe the hips feel a little looser, I hope. Hands to the heart. Drop the chin. Release the hands down. We're going to tuck that back foot, lift the leg, kick off, supported warrior C. And let's just open up that left hip. So Ardha Chandrasana, I kept both my hands on the ground. It's up to you if you want to do the same. And then I'm going to close off that left hip. Set that foot down way back there on my mat again. Set the knee down, come back to table. Perfect. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, tuck the toes. Exhale, dog. This time, left foot is stepping forward. We're going to find lizard here, so that foot needs to go out wider than the left hand. And this is where you're kind of playing around, deciding, where you're comfortable in this pose. And then if you're not on your hands already, come on up. Tip under the outer edge of that left foot. If you haven't done that as well, let the knee fall open. Left hand is coming inside that knee. And this is where the shoulders are going to rotate. Left one back, right one forward. I drop lower into the right hip, adding a twist. And if you want to, you can send the left arm out behind you. And then come back around to table. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to cow, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Super loud exhale. Left foot is stepping forward, back knee drops. Anjanasana. Take the hands to the heart and drop the gaze. Release the hands to the earth. Tuck the toes. Lift the back leg. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga. Into cobra. And then child's pose. All right, so we can practice Mula Bandha here in child's pose. In fact, technically, you could hold Mula Bandha throughout your entire practice. I'm just saying. I'm not asking you to, I'm just saying that you could. But while we're here in child's pose, remember, you're squeezing on the inhale. Continue to breathe. When you're ready to release, it's on an exhale. You know, can you try to get to 5 breaths? I know it's hard. All right, if you haven't already, relax. Let go of the bandha. Come back up into table. Let's tuck the toes and find downward facing dog. Ah, perfect. Deep inhale. Loud sigh. And then will you step that left foot forward, kick off into supported warrior seat? Because I realized I forgot to let you open up the hip when we were there. So let's do that. I'm all about balance, so make sure we're balanced on both sides. And then we'll close that hip, come back to forward fold. There, I feel better. Take it to monkey. And relax your way back down. Roll through the spine. Come on up. Perfect. So take your weight into your left foot. We're going to find Vrksasana, tree, with the right. I'm just going to take my hands right behind my back. You can put your hands wherever you want to. Pull the right knee back. Hips are moving forward. And then I'm going to try to softly release that right leg. Pull the knee up towards crane. I'm going to release my hands. I want to grab this right leg and see about cradling. Oh, I'm going over. You can feel my tree tipping. We're going to see about cradling that leg in. No amount of carpet was going to catch that. Okay, go ahead, set that leg down. Walk it out. Inhale the arms. Exhale to the heart. Close your eyes. All right, when you're ready, Take your weight into the right foot. Find tree. Remember, you don't have to bring the foot all the way up the leg. Just don't have it pushing against the knee. Put your hands wherever you want. Hips forward. Pull that left knee back. Follow your breath. We're going to slowly bring that left knee up into crane. Sorry for me gazing down. I cannot look forward, talk, and balance all at the same time. Release the hand. Let's grab onto this left leg and cradle the leg in. Nice. Gently release. Walk that out. Inhale the arms. Exhale to the heart. And then will you widen out the feet a little bit wider than the hips, possibly to the edges of your mat, but the toes are going to be a little bit wider than the heels. We're sitting down in the Mulasana, right? Just come on down. Now, let me give you some variations here. We are going to work on Mula Bandha right here. And this is a tough pose, especially if the tendons in the back of the ankle are tight and are not letting you bring that heel all the way down to the ground, or could be some other muscles keeping us up a little higher. I don't want you balanced on the balls of the feet. That is just too much to think about. So here are your options. If the heels do not touch, grab something that you can roll up and get underneath the heels so that they are on something. If this is not going to work, it's still, the ground is too far away, you could take a block and sit on it, right? Because I just think focusing on Mula Bandha while you're holding your balance on the balls of your feet, a little challenging. So get yourself situated. If this really isn't working for you, just come on down to the earth, okay? The Bandha is what we're focusing on today, and that's more important. All right, so in Mulasana, elbows are pushing into the knees, hands are at the heart. Close your eyes. And then when you're ready for an inhale, constrict, you're holding, you're breathing. You know I'm breathing because I'm still talking to you. Keep holding. On an exhale, relax. When you're ready, constrict. And relax. Perfect. Let's come on down to the ground. Take the legs in a V, Upavista Konasana. And then just give me some movement, will you? Just kind of rock this out a little bit. We want the hamstrings to know you can hear them. Make sure the hips are okay here. If the hips are not okay and it's hard to hinge forward in front of those sit bones, grab whatever prop you had your heels on, and you might want to just sit up on the edge of that. Okay, so remember we started out, we kind of tipped over. We got that right elbow onto just above the right knee. We're going to do the same thing here. Make sure the feet stay flexed. Inhale that left arm up, and let's just reach, really reach out through that left arm. And then I'm going to give you the option to go lower if you want. So let's say this is option A. Option B, you could slide that elbow down underneath the knee, not on the knee. And if you really want to, you could slide further down, straighten out that bottom arm. It's up to you. Pay attention to your body. Feet are staying flexed, right? Top shoulders open. And then we'll slowly make our way back up. Just close your eyes right here. Just feel that. Getting a deep inhale. Hold Mula Bandha. Keep breathing. Threw that one in to trick you. Wait for an exhale, and then you can let go. Left elbow above that left knee. Lengthen through the spine. Take the right arm up and over. Reach. We don't want to crunch in on the neck though either, so give the neck some space. That's why I give you the option to come down a little lower in a moment. Remember, our feet are still flexed, right? Because that's protecting the knees. Okay, option A right here. Option B, you could slide down underneath the knee. Keep that top shoulder open. And then again, option C, if you want to come further down, that's up to you. And then slowly make your way back up. Close your eyes. Inhale, Mula Bandha. You're still breathing, you're holding. Exhale and let go. Perfect. Bring your legs into cobbler. So I'm going to come down on that right forearm, right on the ground in front of my right shin. If that is too far to go, grab a block. If you do not have a block, anything you see nearby that might be high enough for you to rest your arm on is all good, or don't even do that. Just lean forward if that makes you happier. So I thought we just kind of tip down into that right forearm and elbow, left fingers on the inside of that left knee. And another twist, we've been doing these, throughout the practice. So I want you to feel the rotation of the right shoulder coming forward, left shoulder back, gaze up. And then back to center. Switch sides. Remember, we're twisting on exhales, right? And then when you're ready, come on back to center. You're going to pull the knees up. Oh, I have something fun for you. Okay, you ready for this? All right, let's tip back into the sit bones, straight spine. And Ardha Navasana, just go ahead and grab, take your arms behind the thighs so that there's not a whole lot of work here yet. We're sitting up tall. Nice. You can do Mula Bandha right here. So when you get to your inhale, squeeze. Keep holding. On an exhale, release. Let's see if we can let go with the arms. You got this. All right, Mula Bandha when you're ready. And release. Toes to the earth, fingers behind you. You can set the feet down. Now we're lifting up into reverse table, or otherwise known as tabletop. So you can gently let the head drop back. Please be really careful of the neck. Lift the hips up. Big inhale. Perfect. All right, we're going to work the triceps here. So bring the head back up or chin in. And start to lower the hips as you do bend into the arms. So we're working backs of the arms. Come on down on your exhale. Inhale up. You could engage Mula Bandha right here. I'll let you be the judge of that. Give me one more. Come on, you got this. Squeeze. If you were squeezing. And come on down and relax for a moment. Roll back, hug the knees in for a second. All right, let's get some momentum. Let's roll our way back up into Malasana. We won't stay there long, so don't panic about grabbing props. Just get your momentum, plant the feet wide, hands push you up, find Malasana. Release the hands to the earth, straighten the legs, forward fold. So you can go ahead and wiggle the feet back in. Perfect, inhale it up. Exhale down. We're coming all the way up. Perfect. Take the arms up, sit down into chair, Utkatasana. On an inhale, Mula Bandha, hold it. If you're not sure if you're holding your breath or not, you should be able to sing something right now. Okay, relax Mula Bandha. Straighten the legs, hands to the heart. Left foot is stepping back. Warrior B, Virabhadrasana. Take a moment, set your alignment. Remember not to be leaning over that front thigh. Pull back. Shoulders are over the hips. Reverse warrior, right arm up, left arm down. Straighten out that front leg without locking the knee. Bring the arms back to where they were. Now reach out over that right leg and then right arm down, left arm up. Trikonasana, triangle. So remember in triangle, your hand does not have to be on the ground. It could be on a block. It could be on your shin. You want to keep the shoulders in the same plane as the hips. Couple more breaths here. It's my favorite pose. We're going to relax the left arm down behind the back for a moment so that we can bend into this front knee. We're kicking off into Ardha Chandrasana. So as I kick off, I want to be standing on the right leg, right? My right hand has to move forward and over at an angle to sustain this. So I'm kicking off. Find your balance. Left toes should be facing to your left. Pull that left shoulder back. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, so I'm going to release my left hand down to the ground, slowly closing off that left hip. Bend into the right knee and pull the left knee into your heart. So get into a tiny little ball right here. Perfect. Inhale, supported warrior C. Exhale, crunch it back in. Inhale, warrior C. Exhale, pull it in. One more. From here, I'm just going to take that left foot, send it way out behind me, and then the right leg will follow. Plank. Here's your vinyasa. Chaturanga. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Give me 3 deep breaths here. Ooh, maybe you hold Mula Bandha while you're doing that. All right, however you want to get back to forward fold is good with me. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, float down. Roll your way up. Sit down into chair, Utkatasana, arms up. Inhale, Mula Bandha. On an exhale, release the lock. Straighten the legs. Hands to the heart. Right leg is stepping back. Warrior B. Reverse warrior, left arm up. Slowly straighten out the front leg. Arms bicycle around to find triangle, Trikonasana. I'm going to take my right hand, release it down behind my back, bend into the front leg. I'm looking where I want my left hand to go. So kick off of that back leg, Ardha Chandrasana. Right hand comes down as you close the right hip. Bend into that left knee, pull the right knee into your heart. Good. Inhale, supported warrior C. Exhale, crunch it in. 2 more. And then set that right foot down way back there on your mat. Left foot's going to follow. You're in plank. Chaturanga. Find your cobra, hang out. right here. Just let things soften. Slowly drift down. Slide your hands a little further back. They need to be by the low ribs. We're coming into upward facing dog, so only the hands and the tops of the feet will remain on the earth. Perfect. Set your knees down. Pull the hips back. Take this into child's pose. Inhale, Mula Bandha. Exhale, release that. Inhale, Mula Bandha. I'm so glad we're not in a live class right now. I think you guys would be throwing things at me every time I say that, right? You got this. And relax. All right, let's kind of come on back up into table here. We'll find our alignment. Right where your hands are is where the elbows are going. So dropping down onto the forearms. The forearms are parallel unless this is too much on your shoulders. You'll know, and in which case you will take the hands and pull them in towards each other. So you're creating, part of a triangle. All right, spread the fingers wide. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. This is dolphin. So don't sink into the shoulders. Elbows are pushing the ground away. If this feels too tight on the shoulders, bring the hands in towards each other. It'll feel a little bit looser. Deep breathing. Nice. Slowly set the knees back down. Untuck the toes. Push the hips straight back. Take this to embryo. Okay, plant the hands, slowly roll your way up. Let the head be really heavy. Take your time. And then we'll bring the head to center. Inhale the shoulders up. Exhale them back and down. Hold them back and down and then drop the chin forward. If you want to, you could, reach behind you, grab onto the toes. That'll help you keep the shoulders back. And then go ahead, release the feet. Hands forward, downward facing dog. Give me a deep inhale and a loud sigh. All right, that right leg is coming forward for pigeon. So right knee behind the right hand. Left foot is such a variance for each of our bodies. So it could be all the way forward. So the shin is parallel with the front of the mat. It could be all the way back underneath your left hip. So please pick where it feels best for you. But I don't want you tipping over into the right hip. Hips are balanced no matter where you have that leg. Okay, and if you can't keep them balanced, you can shove a prop underneath that right hip to hold you in place. All right, plant the fingers, push away from them, and just take your gaze up a little bit. The top of the left knee should be facing straight down to the floor. That left ankle should be in a straight line. And then go ahead and just kind of work out the neck a little bit. You can roll the head slowly. Okay, so if you have your right foot anywhere else except underneath that left hip, I need you to get it in closer so that you can kind of sit up a little taller. Okay, so you might want to take that right hand and plant it. It can plant behind that knee. You can bring it in front of your right knee. What I want to do is be able to get a little twist here to my left so I can see that back foot, and then, you know, give it a snap and see if it will rise up to meet you. You can lift the hips up to get that leg or just gently grabbing onto the foot. Okay, try to relax the hips. And then you can just kind of play around with bringing that leg in a little bit closer, pushing it away. And then just slowly let go of that leg, bring the hands back around. We need to get out of this pose, so tuck the back toes, lift that leg up off the ground, and then we can take this right back to downward facing dog for a deep breath. All right, left knee comes forward behind the left wrist. So pigeon on this side, take your time figuring out what that looks like for you. Keep the hips balanced. So I'm going to switch this leg into swan, which is a yin pose, bringing the foot straight out behind me just because my knee was really not happy about pigeon, and we got to practice ahimsa and listen to our bodies. So if that's what you need to do too, that's totally fine. Plant the fingers, lift through the chest, take the gaze up a little bit. We're going to hold it here and breathe. If you want to rotate the neck. All right, and then we're pulling that left foot in towards the right hip. So I'm seated way too much on this foot. I've got to also get it more out in front of me, and you might need to pull your foot back in a little bit. You're still balanced in the hips. Take that left hand inside of the left knee. Start to turn, look behind you, and then I like to give the foot a little snap to attention, and go ahead and grab it. And so we're just bringing it in and letting it go. If you can't reach the foot, are we worried about it? No. And then gently let go of that leg. This time we're coming out the easy way. Just tip into that left hip, sweep the right leg around. Oh yeah, this is gonna feel good. Come on down onto your back, hug the knees into the heart. Rock it out. And then let's go ahead and set the feet down. Prep for bridge, please. When you're ready, inhale, lift the hips. Mula Bandha right here. Relax the bandha. Lift the hips a little higher. Big inhale. Exhale, come on down. We're going to straighten out the left leg. Hug the right knee in. Take your supine twist to the left when you're ready. I'll let you do what you want to with the arms, but keep that right shoulder down. Let's slowly come back to center. Release the right leg. And then draw the left knee in. Take your supine twist to the right. That left shoulder stays planted. And then gently release. Stretch out that left leg. Flex the feet. And then allow them to relax. Deep inhale. Let it go. Inhale, Mula Bandha. Keep breathing. Another inhale. Exhale, relax. If there are any props you want for Shavasana, go ahead and grab them. Otherwise, you are already there. Relax, let go. You'll hear my voice when it's time to come back. Start to bring your focus back to your breath. Letting the breath deepen. Strong inhale through the nose. Loud exhale. And then bring your hands together just above your heart and rub them so you can create some warmth and friction. And then gently cup your hands over your eyes. Another deep inhale. Cleansing exhale. And then keeping your eyes closed, start to pull your hands down towards your heart in prayer pose. The light in me bows to the light in you. When I'm in that place in me and you're in that place in you, then we become one. Namaste.